The last lecture we saw the stereochemistry of cyclohexane ring. Okay, cyclohexane ring, disubstituted cyclohexane ring. So disubstituted cyclohexane ring we saw geminally substituted cyclohexane. Geminally substituted cyclohexane. Last lecture we saw the stereochemistry of geminally substituted cyclohexanes. So geminally substituted means 1 substituent at the same carbon. Now we have to see the non-geminally substituted. Non-geminally disubstituted cyclohexanes. So generally non-geminally disubstituted cyclohexane contains 3 sets of isomers. 3 sets. So they are 1,2 disubstituted cyclohexanes, 1,3 disubstituted cyclohexanes, and 1,4 disubstituted cyclohexanes. 1,2, 1,3, and 1,4 disubstituted cyclohexanes. Okay, disubstituted cyclohexanes here. We generally take an example here, dimethyl cyclohexanes. To understand the proper stereochemistry of this 1,2, 1,3, 1,4. So 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane, 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. Let's see one by one non-geminally disubstituted cyclohexanes. So 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane existing 2 forms. 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane existing 2 forms. Okay, which are these 2 forms? Cis and trans. Let's see first cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. Cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. Let's see first cis. Now in the cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, see the planar structure initially. Planar structure of 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. 1,2 dimethyl. Here cis form we are taking here. So here we are showing cis. 2 groups are above the plane and 2 are below the plane. So cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. It is planar form. Cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. So this is the planar form. Now we have to convert it into chair conformations, because as we know that cyclohexane present in chair conformation, boat conformation, out of which most stable form is the chair conformation. So we have to convert this form into chair form. So the chair conformation can be drawn into 2 ways. So the first way to draw the chair conformation here. Last lecture I told you how to draw the chair conformations properly. This is one form, and another we can draw in this manner. So this is another chair form. Okay, so to understand it properly, give the numberings to these, so that you will get easier way to draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, give numbering first. So I am giving numbering these also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carbon number 1 and 2 contain substituents. So this is 1,2 disubstituted. Now look at this 1. Position carbon number 1 contain methyl group on upside. So here methyl group on upside. Now carbon number 2 contain methyl group which is also at the upside. So carbon number 2 contain methyl group which is at upside. So we obtain this chair form in which one methyl group is axial and one is equatorial. So A structure obtained. One axial, one equatorial form obtained. Now look at this chair conformation, the flipping of chair. Clipping of this conformation leads to the second structure. Okay, so clipping means when we flip this ring, the one goes here, carbon number 1 goes here, so 1 here clockwise, numbering is here 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clockwise numbering is here. Here also we have given clockwise numbering every time. So clockwise numbering. So carbon number 1 contain methyl group in the upside. So it must be in the upside. So it must be in the upside. Here carbon number 2 contain methyl group which is in the upside. So here it must be on the upside. So methyl group here on the upside. Okay. So one is upside, 2 also upside, but one now equatorial and 2 is now axial. So equatorial axial and axial equatorial forms are obtained. Both are readily interconvertible. These are readily interconvertible with each other. Readily interconvertible. Readily interconvertible into each structures because stability of both the structures is same, because one is axial, one is equatorial form, readily interconvertible into each other. So these forms are readily interconvertible and these two forms are non-resolvable. We can't resolve these two forms because they are readily interconvertible. So it is impossible to separate them. Okay, so non-resolvable form, non-resolvable racemic mixture. Two enantiomers are there, so we obtain a racemic mixture of these two. Now see the stability of these two structures. Stability of both the structures is same. Why same? Because this methyl contain two butane Gauge interaction. So these two butane Gauge interaction with these two butane Gauge interaction. So two butane Gauge interaction in case of two butane Gauge interaction and one methyl interaction. Methyl interaction is there because they also make an angle of 60 degree. So there must be some butane Gauge type interaction. So three types of interaction. Similarly here this axial methyl which contain this interaction with this hydrogen, also this axial hydrogen. So 1,3 butane Gauge interaction is also here. This methyl and this methyl with the hydrogen, and methyl interaction is also there. So it also contains two butane Gauge interaction. Butane Gauge interaction. Two butane Gauge interaction and one methyl interaction. So enthalpy of both the structures remains same because they contain same interaction. Two butane Gauge interaction, one methyl interaction. Here two butane Gauge interaction, one methyl interaction. So stability of both the forms remains same. Stability of both the forms remains same. Now, if both the forms remain same, then we can't resolve these two structures. So these are non-resolvable isomers. Non-resolvable isomer 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane in cis form. Now look at the planar structure and the chair forms of both these. Then what is our observation here? The angle between two methyl is 0 degree. 0 degree. Angle is 0 degree. So it is a meso compound. In this structure, if you observe, it is a meso compound. But here we obtain racemic mixture because the angle between these two methyl is 60 degree. Angle between two methyl group is 60 degree. So here in planar structure we observe that it looks like a meso, but in actual it is a racemic mixture, and racemic mixture is due to these chair forms. So it is one of the evidence for the presence of chair forms, presence of cyclohexane in chair conformation. Okay, so this is about cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane. Now look at the trans. See, this trans 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane. Trans 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane. Now trans 1,2-dimethyl, see planar structure first. trans 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. This is planar structure where methyl group upside, now methyl group is at downside. Okay, so this is trans structure, trans 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. Now we have to convert this trans into chair conformations, planar structure into chair conformation. So see first chair conformation, draw the chair conformation, blank chair conformations. Chair conformation, and now this can be converted to another chair conformation. So the chair conformation, two chair conformations. So see, give numbering here, 2. Draw the proper stereochemistry. Numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And here giving numbering. Also here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give numbering. When ring gets flipped, then flipping of the ring gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So flipping of ring convert the structure 1 into structure 2. See this. Now position number 1 contain the methyl group on the upside. So it must be written in the upside methyl. Carbon number 2 contain methyl group which is at the downside. So it is in the downside. Now when this structure is flipped, this one carbon shifted here, carbon number 1 is shifted here. So carbon number 1 is shifted here, but methyl group in the upside only. So we have to write this methyl group here on the upside. So I written methyl group upside, carbon number 1, carbon number 2 methyl group on the downside. So here downside methyl group. Now look at the both structure. It is 1 methyl, carbon number 1 methyl contain axially, carbon number 2 contain methyl axially. So axial structure is here. Here in this case, if we see carbon number 1, then carbon number 1 is equatorial, and here carbon number 2 also equatorial. Okay, let's see the both structure. So both structures having different stability. Look at the stability. So here axial form. Look at the axial form. Now in the axial form, if we see that axial form, this methyl group contain 2 butane gauge interaction. 2 hydrogens are here at 1,3 position. So 2 butane gauge interaction for this methyl group, and also for this methyl there are 2 another hydrogens where 2 butane gauge interactions. So total 4 butane gauge interactions are there. 4 butane gauge interactions are there. And in case of equatorial only, these are 60. So only methyl interaction is there. Only methyl interaction is there, and due to this interaction here it is having 4 butane gauge interaction. It is only 1 interaction is there. So it leaded by 3 more interaction than the equatorial structure. So due to this, axial structure is more stable. Axial structure is less stable than the equatorial structure. So equatorial form, it contains less number of butane gauge interaction, less number of interaction between the groups, and that's why this structure is more stable. So equatorial form is more stable as compared to the axial form. So equatorial form is more stable than the axial form. Okay, so if we see the percentage of both these, then equatorial form is present 99% and here only 1%. So ratio of the occurrence is 99:1 for equatorial and axial conformations. Axial. So 99:1. So it is obtaining large amount of equatorial because of stability, less interactions between the groups. So this is more stable form. And instead of that, if we change the substituent, different substituent, if we both the different substituent in both the cases cis and trans, due to this it is obtained more stable, it is less stable. These two forms are resolved. Okay, resolved. So these two forms are resolvable. In trans. In case of cis, they are non-resolvable. We can't resolve this because they are readily interconvertible. Stability is same, so readily interconvertible between each other. So here, in this structure, they are not readily interconvertible because here in this case, both forms having different stability. Axial form having less stable, and here equatorial form is a more stable. So due to this stability, we can resolve these compounds. These two compounds separately. We can resolve the mixture. Here racemic mixture can be resolved. But when we use different substituent, here we have taken methyl as an example. But instead of that, if we use different substituent, then the cis form, whether sometimes it is equatorial axial or axial equatorial. Okay. In cis form, if you change both the substituent, then equatorial axial equatorial forms are obtained, and with more stable form, which is more stable form in which bulkier substituent will take equatorial position. So bulkier substituent, equatorial position. Bulkier substituent at equatorial position, those structure preferred in equatorial axial or axial equatorial form. So in case of cis, and in case of trans, the equatorial form is stable. Equatorial form is stable in case of di-equatorial form. So this is about 1,2 dimethyl cis cyclohexane and trans cyclohexane compound. So these are the compound where we obtain axial equatorial in case of cis or equatorial axial in case of cis, and in case of trans we obtain biaxial or di-equatorial form, where di-equatorial form is more stable than the diaxial forms. Okay. So see, this is about 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. Now the next set of positional isomer here. Next set of positional isomer of dimethyl cyclohexane is 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane. 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane. Let's look at the 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane. Now 1,3-dimethyl. Let's see the planar structures. First start with the cis isomer. So start with the planar structure. Here the planar structure 1, 2, and now at position number 3 we are drawing here cis conformation. So the cis here. Now we have to convert this into chair conformations. Okay, so convert this into chair conformation. Draw first chair conformation. Chair conformations. These are the chair. This is the chair conformation. Now another chair conformation that we have to see here.